Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to talking about Nintendo Switch, formerly known as Nintendo NX. They finally fucking revealed a lot of things, although not quite as much as we were hoping for. So, joining me today, I got Spliff J.
Howdy.
And Doomasect.
No! Okay, yes, I'm here.
Thrilling. Anyway.
Indeed.
Fascinating, yes. Fascinating. So, we don't have a whole lot for specs right now. The only thing that I really know of, as for like its power or anything, is the NVIDIA graphics behind it. So, it should at least look somewhat nice, and they've already shown that Skyrim will be on it.
Okay, so that was Skyrim I saw then.
Yep.
So, if I may, I have two big speculations on it. I do first want to give a shout out, and I want everyone watching to applaud Nintendo's marketing, because this isn't called the Nintendo Wii Go. And I think that deserves recognition.
It is truly an accomplishment.
It
Golf clap.
It sadly is.
End scene.
Yeah. But
We have to get that synchronized, so it's just...
Right, just perfect little golf clap.
I like what they're trying to do with it. I'm just, obviously we don't know the specs, and I'm very unsure of, what things are going to look like when you not only pull the... I'm just going to call it a tablet, because that's, to me, what it looks like.
It is.
So there's that entire aspect of it. The other problem I'm kind of having with that is this just going to be like usable with any tablets, or is there going to be a specific Nintendo brand tablet, which I'm assuming is what you're going to have in there? Because, I mean, tablets have what, like a lifespan of a couple of years, if that.
Usually. Well, part of me is wondering if it's even touchscreen.
I mean, since
They didn't show.
I don't know why it would be. Why? Because you already hook part of the controller up into it.
Right.
I guess this is the other issue I'm having looking at this, is what's stopping Apple from looking at that trailer, making some little cheap knockoff things you can slip over an iPhone, because, I mean, they already have stuff like that they have for a while.
Yeah.
Oh,
And-
yeah, there's already all sorts of controllers and stuff you can use.
And making, some app that just links up to your TV, and just being like, here you go, do this. Don't even
They
bother
already
with
have that. It's
they-
like
they-
Samsung
yeah.
Smart View.
They do it with Apple TV as well.
Apple TV, yeah.
I can put my iPhone right on a TV
Yeah,
that
I
has
could
the
put
Apple
my
TV
phone
set
straight
up.
onto the TV.
That to me is why
It's cool because it's all Tony Stark. Like,
Yeah.
you put it up next to the TV and you just swipe it over and it goes.
Yeah, that's exactly
Right
what Samsung does too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's like we're getting there. One day
You could just be like, and it's
it'll
on the
just be
TV.
like, that TV.
I mean,
Point at it and it turns on. Because it knows. Because they're in your brain, man. Woo.
that to me is why
Smash!
I definitely look at the NX is going to have to be somewhat powerful, or not I guess it's the Switch now, because if we're not playing things at all that high graphics and all that good quality and everything, I don't see what's stopping the smartphone companies from just making something that's the exact same thing.
I'd say probably just lack of interest in developing something like that is probably what's keeping them from doing it.
Well, I mean, yeah, for now. I mean, if this does good, though.
You know?
Yeah, if this does good, they might reconsider it.
I'd say, yeah, they already got some pretty good games on, mobile platforms. It's just most of them are freemium nonsense.
Now,
Yeah.
one thing I did like is I saw a list of, because Nintendo, in the trailer, they're definitely pushing for the third party, and they've been kind of lacking them the last few years. And I did see Rockstar in that list. I don't know if they're trying to get them on board, or if they're already on board. But they also have just recently announced Red Dead Redemption 2, and I'm just over here like, mobile Red Dead Redemption 2. That sounds big.
This site does not list Rockstar.
I'm wondering how Red Dead Redemption 2 is gonna tie into the first one, because like that's something that's been kind of getting me thinking since they announced that's coming out, because it ends pretty definitively in the first one.
I don't know. I
didn't play them.
Rockstar hasn't really made a lot of bad games over the years, so
no, I'm sure it'll be an excellent game. I mean, the last one was great. I don't see why they would change their formula. They haven't done that really all that drastically in much of their games.
So long as I can hunt animals, I'm good. What everyone does in like 90% of Red Dead Redemption.
You should get Far Cry 4.
Yeah, I've heard that, a lot of stuff about the...
You would enjoy it very, very much. I've just been going all Rambo on him with a bow and arrow and throwing
You know,
knives.
the way this thing looks when it's in the mobile mode really looks like an Atari Lynx.
Yeah, you're not wrong, and that's terrifying.
Right. And if that might have been a flop, I can think.
Whoops.
I mean...
It does come with like a straight up like Xbox style controller. That's funny.
I think we can all agree Xbox very well may have nailed the controller design.
They might have. As long as it has a good fucking D-pad, for fuck's sake.
That looks like a legit Nintendo style D-pad too. Which
Oh,
is
here. Oh,
very,
damn.
very
I found some specs.
Oh, wow.
4-ARM Cortex A57 cores, max 2 gigahertz. That's not impressive, but I'm sure it's a fuck lot better than the Wii and the Wii U. NVIDIA 2nd Gen Maxwell architecture. I'm not really entirely sure. 256 CUDA cores. That's like my current graphics card, which is kind of shitty. 1 gigahertz, blah blah. 4 gigabyte RAM, VRAM.
So
32 gigabyte built-in storage, USB 2.0, 3.0, 1280 by 726.2 inch IPS LCD. I'm assuming that's the tablet part. 1080p at 60 frames per second, or 4K at 30 frames per second max video output. And Capsidiance method, I'm not sure. Capsitance, I don't know what the fuck that is. 10-point multi-touch.
Nice. Okay.
And this is apparently the software developer kit's alleged specs.
So, I mean, overall for a Nintendo console, that doesn't sound terrible.
For a Nintendo console, that's decent.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to be...
I didn't expect this thing to have, like, mind-blowing graphics, but, I guess talking about that, one of the things I do want to mention is, over the years, Nintendo's been really good at innovating and trying to definitely do new things where I don't think other consoles really have, especially in the last few years, and where PS4 and the Xbone are, actually I guess I don't even know if it's these consoles or the next ones they're all planning on developing. It seems to me like they're pushing more to become like computers and eventually just like phase consoles out, and Nintendo definitely seems to be like, you know, pushing for keep the console idea. Right. And I do think having the ability to go from console to handheld is definitely good competition for the PC.
Yeah.
Because
you can literally just take it out of the dock and take it.
Most PCs are definitely not going to have that capability.
Yeah, I feel consoles are always going to have their place, just for the fact that, you know, there's always going to be those people who are just not tech savvy enough to run a computer properly or handle a problem when they run into them on their computers running new games and things like that. You know, they're not always going to be able to tell, like, is this game going to work? Whereas if they bought a PlayStation or Xbox game, they know for a fact it's always going to work on their console, and, you know, it's going to play well, or as well as the game was made anyway. I mean, you're always going to have duds, but
I agree.
I just, I definitely don't think consoles are ever going anywhere, at least not anytime soon.
I don't know, because computers are becoming a lot more accessible, I guess, to younger people, and that's sadly, even though we've been trying to get the point across for fucking years that games aren't for kids. I mean, not just for kids. I still think there's a lot of things that are being aimed towards a younger audience, and a lot of them are very, very tech savvy, as where a lot of people our age aren't always. Aren't. Hippie.
How do I install that? Yeah. Oh, you just got to run the program. How do I do that?
Yeah.
You double click on it. How do I find it? God,
see?
Fucking
it is a perfect example of a console user.
Yeah.
It's just easier and quicker for him to use a console than it is a PC. And I have to agree with that in the sense.
It is, but this is the other thing. Like, I think a lot of people are turned off, by that idea. But I think once they do get to the point where they do break down and buy the PC, it doesn't take that long to actually learn what you're doing.
True. But it also ends up costing a lot more in the long run, and most people aren't willing to spend, $800-900 after software, hardware, the whole nine to get a PC that'll run the latest game at the current console graphics,
I think for me the best.
Whereas I go out and spend $3, and it's not going to get any better, whereas PCs will always get better. But it works for now.
I don't know.
It's not going to get a virus and crap out on me like a PC could. Not that it not if you use it responsibly, it won't. But let's be honest, shit happens.
I think
you just get that bad pop up.
I think for me the best argument for consoles staying around is for more casual gamers, like people that work a lot or something. They only have a few hours, maybe even a week to play, and or just play on weekends. Like that, I think works really well for them. But I think
it's fair to say most gamers are actually fall into that category.
Most likely, for work, they want to plop down on the couch, grab the controller, and just fucking play. They don't need to go through and do all this.
We're classifying gamers as anyone who plays video games.
If I remember correctly, what's the actual biggest group of gamers is people playing shit like just those little crappy games on your smartphone.
Oh, yeah.
Like Candy Crush.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just, that's the same, though, as, like, gamblers. Those kind of fall into that same section as gamblers, because those games are more like a slot machine. They're geared towards addictive personality types and things, whereas most video games, like non-phone video games.
We're looking at you, Honey Pop.
Most big video games, like console games and stuff, are geared towards being an overall entertaining experience where there is payoff in that same sense, but the game itself, you can see the appeal. A person outside looking in could look at it and be like, that looks like it's a lot of fun, whereas I watch people playing Candy Crush and I'm like, I get it. I understand that it is fun for them, but I'm looking at it and I think it's just stupid. It's like, how much money did you spend on that? Oh, I spent like $35 getting back. What the hell is wrong with you?
Right, why would you do that?
It's a free game.
Are there Let's Play? Are there Candy Crush Let's Plays on YouTube?
I think that there's at least one.
There are now.
There will be.
My phone's got a little fucking screen recorder.
Oh, no. I'm sure there are. In fact, I'm willing to put money on the fact that...
Yeah, I would think someone would have had to. I know there's Bejeweled and Solitaire.
I would not doubt that at all.
Mm-hmm. I think if it's a game, there's a Let's Play of it somewhere.
So, what do you think about the new little the Joy-Con grip thing, the little mini controller peripheral thing?
I mean, it's a controller.
It's something.
Hold on, I need I'm gonna have to look at this.
It's very interesting. Like the whole 2-player concept is.
They're so small.
I know, but
though.
think
They're
about it,
such
though.
tiny controllers.
But that's perfect for traveling.
Oh, absolutely.
That's fucking perfect for traveling. And look at the game card. The cartridge.
It's basically just like a little
It's a
SD
giant
card.
DS cartridge, basically. It's just
That's probably like the size of a normal SD cartridge. Or a DS cartridge.
DS, yeah. But it just looks like a thicker one. Like it's a little fatter.
It might be a
maybe.
little thicker. It kind of looks like a 3DS cartridge.
Here's my question. Can I get Fallout 4 on this?
That would be something.
That would be, that would be something.
That would actually be really cool.
Actually, while speaking of that,
So cool.
I am going to be a little curious now, because I'm assuming this is, like, their next console. This isn't, like, an extension of the Wii U or something.
No, this is not anything to do with the Wii. This is
And
their next
Oh,
console.
one of the big issues plaguing the PS4 right now is their lack of mod support, because that became a huge thing with online, obviously becoming more and more a thing. Now console players want mods, and I'm just kind of like sitting here, it's like, okay, I've seen a few of the obviously, Skyrim was a big one. Is this going to have mod functionality?
I have no idea. I don't even know if it's going to be like the remastered version or if it's going to be like the current Skyrim we have now.
Probably the current Skyrim we have now.
That's what I was thinking, because I don't know if that I don't know if that graphics chip will be able to handle the newer one.
Side note, one of the really I'm on the actual like website, or I guess it's Kotaku, and they have all the colors you can get it in. And two of the colors I'm seeing is the Famicom and the like NES color scheme, and it looks awesome. It's like, oh yes,
That sounds amazing.
I want that.
I really do. Yeah, I want one of each. I'm not even gonna lie. I would, if I had expendable income like that, I would get one of each just because, like, that's cool.
That's really awesome. What I'm sadly
For a home and one to travel.
sadly not seeing is like they did that. They have other colors, but they're not doing that like clear plastic they did with the N64. Where is that callback?
You know what's fucked up is that plastic is so much cheaper to make. It's harder too. It actually is more durable and it's cheaper to make because you're not adding dyes or any other fucking crap to it. But if you fuck that plastic up,
Yeah.
it's really hard to recycle.
I'm not seeing like
It gets recycled into colored plastics.
Oh, whatever.
Damn.
I'm still not seeing Rockstar anywhere in there.
I saw Rockstar was mentioned in Jaywitz's video.
This is possible colors. Imagining.
Oh, okay. Never mind. That's shitty.
Yeah, I know.
Still, that Famicom and that NES, like I look at those, I'm like, I want that. That should make that a thing.
Sweet. They should.
That would be, the NES one is awesome.
Yeah.
That is so spot on. They need to make one that's like Super Nintendo. They might as well just do one for each console.
Yeah,
That would
do
be
a
cool.
64 one, do a GameCube one, do a fucking Super one.
Guarantees that you'd have people buying one of every single
You could
one
do
of
a
those
Game
that
Boy
you
model, Game Boy Color,
Mm-hmm.
Advance. You could even do like DS looking models.
Have a golden Zelda one for like a prize.
Oh, that'd
somewhere.
be sweet.
Like make it $1,000 or $10,000 fucking
Right.
NX or Switch, I guess it would be.
Switch, yeah. No longer is the Nintendo NX. It is now the Switch.
Well, I knew they'd change it to something because that's been that's their MO.
Yeah, true.
Give you the really cool sounding, like, ooh, that's kind of a neat, like the Revolution, like that sounded.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I remember the Revolutions.
Oh yeah,
Talk
yeah.
about a big kick in the dick. to
Yeah,
the
it
fans.
became the Wii, which, I mean, it had a couple games that were fun.
Oh, and
Like, I still play a couple games every once in a while on my Wii, but,
Yeah, you just
Mostly it
do
just
more than I
collects
do
dust.
with it. That's what mine
it just
does.
collects dust.
They carefully sidestepped a big problem with the Wii U when they called it the Wii U and not the
The
Wii
Wii
2.
knee.
Yeah, the Wii 2. That came up.
Oh,
Someone was
yeah.
Like, the Wii
Oh,
2.
yeah.
No, we can't call it that. Why?
I
Why?
I don't even think they should have put Wii in the title of Wii U.
Yeah.
Because when I talk to a lot of people that don't know a lot about gaming, and it's like, oh, it's the Nintendo Wii U. It's like, but they already have a Nintendo Wii. I'm like, no, this is something different. But why is it called a Nintendo Wii? It's like, I don't know. Their marketing is dumb. it's like it's the DS and the 3DS. What's the difference? One's got a 3 in it. That's it.
Yeah.
That or the 2DS, because people think the old DS is now being called the 2DS.
Wow.
I mean, if you're not a gamer, it makes sense.
I mean, I guess.
The X-Bone kind of has, like, the same problem. It's like, it's an Xbox One. It's like, so it's the first console. It's like, no, it's the third one.
Yeah, I do understand that one, because, like, you say you're like the Xbox One. I always called it the first. I always said the first Xbox.
Well,
just like as soon as the Xbox One, X-Bone, whatever thing came up, I was like, oh shit, I guess I can't say Xbox One anymore and mean the old one.
PlayStation kind of set the standard for numbers, so.
Well, theirs are very. It's very Japanese because it's very practical.
It's like you got the first one, 2, and then you got the 3, second one. The second 4. One, you're gonna be like, we're just gonna name it 2. And, like,
and it worked.
We're gonna go out on a limb here, and we're gonna name this one 3.
Oh, and here I'm coming. I'm thinking of something, guys. And just throwing it out there.
This is gonna blow your minds.
See, that worked. They shouldn't have left that, because the one time they did leave that, they were like, we had the PlayStation Portable. Now we're gonna have the PlayStation Vita, and then it fucking bombed.
I think the Vita and the PSP were both.
The PSP did very, very well. Nowhere near as good as the DS, but it did great.
I consider them both a failure on Sony's part, just in capitalization, because they had an awesome product both times, and they just sandbagged it so hard.
The Vita could have been good.
PSP did have a very impressive game library, and they had some good ones, like God of War. The
Crisis Core, obviously.
Crisis Core. The SOCOM games were excellent on it. Most of the PS2 ports were very good. There was only 1 or 2 where I was like, that's disappointing.
I didn't play any PS2 ports for it.
Like the SmackDown vs. Raw video games were perfect.
So I played a lot of the PlayStation 1 games.
The graphics were severely downgraded, but everything else about the games were spot on perfect.
I see.
Like, I had I think it was 2007 on PS2 and PSP, and I could transfer my characters. So when I left the house, I could take my character from my PS2 with me.
No shit.
Well,
awesome. Do we have any further comments on this here?
Not particularly. I don't, anyway.
Alrighty. Thanks for sticking around, everybody. If you got any comments, leave them down below. And I don't know, if you like this video, hit the like button. If not, okay.
And subscribe.
Subscribe.
Or we'll come find you and break your legs.
That's it. Hit the dislike button furiously.
They're just haters.
Pound it harder.
Haters and online bullies. When?
Don't.
In the words of the great Doomasect, watch out for bears.
I do say that.
It is true, he does say that.
In Far Cry 4, that is extremely good advice.
Watch
out for bears.
And apparently in Fallout 4.
Yeah, let's just
Boop
say
hat.
anything with a 4.
Anything with a 4. Watch out for
bears.
PlayStation 4.
Watch out for 4s.